Hello, hello, and welcome to the meeting place, a space where heart centered, heart driven women gather to connect, share, and inspire one another to awaken their joy and live a fulfilled life. I'm Michelle O'Neill, your life architect and boundary catalyst, and I empower women just like you, to overcome life's challenge and achieve life's fulfillment that you deserve. And I specialize in helping the sandwich generation thrive, actually thrive, balancing personal growth, legacy creation, and meaningful connections. And I am so excited to be here today. So, if this is your first time here, go ahead and put hashtag newbie so I know that you're new here and tell me where you're from. I'd love to know where you're from. If you've been here before, go ahead and put hashtag legacy. You know I love that word. So I can give you a shout out as well. Thank you for being here this morning. And I am so excited to get on with today's topic. In recent survey, 47% of women age 40 to 59 reported feeling unfulfilled in their lives, and many are caught between caring for their aging parents and supporting their children, and their children are usually between the ages of 12 and 18. And so that's really shifting things for them, because your children who were dependent on you are now starting to feel there and wanting to explore their independence, and your parents who have always been independent actually took care of you. They're starting to need more of you in their lives. They're starting to become more dependent on you for certain things in their lives. So it is a special place to be at this time in your life. So today we're going to actually discuss rediscovering your purpose and passion, and balancing responsibility with personal growth, and actually creating an action plan for success. Had a little problem here on my board today, but everything is good. Yay! And if you can hear me, let me know you can hear me. If there's any problem, let me know there's any problem. Otherwise, we will keep on with this conversation. So, the first thing I want to address the challenges that most of you find yourself, the common struggles and the challenges that you find yourself dealing with. Things like questioning your identity. One of the things I hear a lot when I'm in groups of women and when I talk to my clients and stuff is, I don't even know who I am anymore. I don't even know what I want, because we've gotten so bogged down in life. And so there it's like, what is my legacy? What am I going to leave behind me? What happens when I'm gone? Will anyone even remember who I am? Or what is my purpose? Why am I here? I'm just doing the same thing day in and day out. Do I have a purpose? And especially as you navigate those changing family dynamics and your professional roles, this is a time in your life when you think about the fact that, hey, this is time for me to really advance and do something different and move up, or even change my career path. This is a time for me to explore. I'm getting older. I've gotten wiser. I've matured. Kids are getting older. Now I have time for me. And you're like, well, what does me want? And I know firsthand how challenging it can be, to actually redefine this success and find balance in the midst of all these pressures. Making sure that the kids get to where they want to, that they're able to fill out their college applications and stuff, and then being there to help your mom or your dad when they're dealing with things at the bank. Everybody needs a piece of you, and how do you navigate all this in the midst? But I promise you, as you learn this, as you redefine success, it's possible, and it is so worth it. So the thing is, we have to learn to use and to reserve and to allocate our resources. You can only do so much alone. And so you have to really redefine what can I use? What do I have available to use to help others, and what do I need to reserve to make sure that when I am needed, that it's there, that there's a reserve there. And how do I allocate my resources? How do I prioritize my resources so they are best used? And so the thing is to set expectations. It really is important that we set expectations for ourselves. So, my goal today, because I'm going to set the expectations for you, my goal today is to empower you with tools and insights to help you redefine success and create a more fulfilling, balanced life. I want you to feel free to share your thoughts, your questions, or even your experiences in the comments throughout the show. I want to hear what you have to say, and I'd love to hear from you. Not only to hear from you, but when we share our insights and our experiences, I learn from you as well. I am not the be all end all. I am the curator of all, and not even of all. So, I want to talk about rediscovering your purpose and passion and the importance of self-reflection and introspection in the midst of all that. How do you know what you want? How are you going to find out what it is that you really want if you don't take time for self-reflection? And so often we feel that in the midst of all this, where are we going to find a minute for self-reflection? Where are we going to find the space to move away, to get away for for that time of self-reflection? But doing that can lead to a clear understanding of what your purpose and passion is. So it is so important that we take that time. And if you need more ideas on how to take that time, how to foster that time throughout your busy day, actually just hit me up in the comments or in the DM, and I will give you some ways to do that. But take the time for self discovery is actually a crucial step in redefining your success. How do you know what success looks like for you? I am talking all over myself because I'm getting excited again. But how do you know what success looks like for you if you don't take the time to sit back and really look at your life, look at who you are? And so I want to encourage you to just take a few techniques. I'm going to share with you a couple of techniques that I feel are great for identifying your values, your strengths, the things you want, your passions. And we all hear about journaling, but I want you to journal with a purpose, knowing that I'm looking to find out what are my values, what's important to me. Where am I strong? What are people coming to me over and over again, telling me how great I am with this? What are my strengths? And then what am I passionate about? What lights me up? And so I would encourage you each day, because look, get this, each day you find out something new about yourself, things that you didn't realize when you are on this journey. Make sure you write it down, journal it. Hey, I never realized I really like to cook. I was just talking to a friend yesterday, a dear friend, and we were talking about cooking and how I still take the time to. I used to do Pampered Chef, and I've gotten every device you can think of, every way of cutting things up. And do you know what I still do? I get my big chef knife and I still cut my onions and my peppers and my carrots or whatever up the old fashioned way. Why? Not only because I have more control over the size, because sometimes when we use our devices, they're too small or they're too big. But when I do it, I have control over it. But not only that, I find that it's relaxing for me, it's soothing for me. And so we have to make time in our life to reflect on the things that light us up. Take time for meditation. And what I'm talking about is mindful meditation. One of the things I shared with you before is our mindful power pockets. And that is something that I will make more available to you. But that's important. Do a values assessment. Do these exercises where you can uncover your core values and your passions and your unique strengths. Write them down as you find out what they are. They're not going to sit there and come to you all at once. But as you go throughout your days, things will just pop into your head. Take a moment to write it down. And if you don't have time to write it down, hey, use your phone, right? There are recording devices in your phone. There are notes in your phone. Take the time to record it and go back to it later. You would be surprised how many notes I have in my phone. And I don't delete them because it never fails that sometime there's something that I said that I want to go back to. Just be sure that you title it well so you can find it the next time. But do you know in your notes on the iPhone, there is actually a search as well. But do these exercises. And so I have an exercise for you right here, right now, in the comments below. Take a moment and tell me, what are your top 3 values that you feel is important to you? And then I want to know, what are your top 3 passions? What are you totally passionate about? So in the comments below, put values and then list 3 things for me. And then put passions and list 3 things for me. Go ahead, because this exercise isn't for me, it's for you. It's for you to start getting in that mindset of redefining what success looks like for you. And this is not something that you feel like I'm too old. This is something I hear all the time. I'm too old, it's too late for me, or it's too late. I should have done this when I was younger. Boulder Dash. Is that a word? I've heard it somewhere and I liked it and it came out. But the thing is, there are many successful women who are right now finding out what it is important to them in their 40s, 50s, 60s. It is never too late to make a difference in the world, to find out what's important to you and do it. In fact, I am in the process right now of creating a digital guide that I am so excited about, that's talking about embrace the shift. It's redefining right now your passions, your purpose, and your responsibilities and how they play out in your life. And I have actual 2 real life women who share with you their redefining their success at this time in their life. And they are on fire. And I can't wait to share that with you. I know I'm telling you a lot to do, but I have so much for you. And I'm so excited to be in front of you today. And so, if this is something that you want me to give you as soon as it is available, go ahead and put in the comments, embrace. Because I want you to be able to embrace the shift. And I'm just so excited. So I want to talk about balancing your responsibilities with your personal growth. Because if you are not growing, I'm going to get hard here. You're dying. You cannot do nothing. Because when you do nothing, you're dying. And so it's so important to always be growing. But you're asking yourself, how can I do that with the responsibilities that I have in my life? Well, first of all, I want to tell you right up and right front, right up front is in your responsibilities alone, you are growing. You are learning things about yourself and about others in your life every day as you embrace the responsibilities that are in your life. Whether it's at work with your coworkers, whether it's at home with your kids, with your spouse, with your parents, every day you are growing. I love spending time with my mom. Not only do I learn every time that I'm with her something new that I forgot about when I was young, some lesson that she gave me. You always hear me talking about the lessons that I get from her because they come up every day for me. Some saying, something she does, something she says, remind me of the little bit of her that's in me. And I am excited. When I talk to my grandkids, they always give me new perspectives, new ways of looking at things, and things that I can share with them. So you are always continually growing in the midst of your responsibilities. Who says you have to balance it? It's a beautiful ebb and flow dance. So redefining success, I say, need to be on your turn. Challenge the unconventional definitions of success because each one of us has our own success, what success looks like for us, and create your own unique vision of what success looks like for you. Success can mean a harmonious work-life balance, at the same time pursuing creative passions that you have, or actually nurturing meaningful relationships, or doing all three, because they're all such an intricate part of your life. It's just learning how to dance that, how to dance your relationships and responsibilities with your work and with your passions. And I'm here to tell you it can be done. Absolutely. So I want you to know that one of the things I found on my journey as I continue the journey, because it is never ending, is there are always, you'll hear me saying, there are always breadcrumbs out there. That everything you do, everything you learn along the way builds onto who you are. And so I found that performing and teaching and loving to teach young kids and be around them, and at the same time learning to be around older people and understanding the importance of music and memory is in their life, and seeing how so much of this can come together is why I'm here before you, and not why I know that I have a heart and a passion for the sandwich generation, because what you're doing and the life you're living encompasses the two roads that I love: our children and our elderly. And that even though I can't touch every aspect of their lives and them, but I can touch your life. And through you, I am able to touch them. And through you, they are able to touch the lives of others. It's a ripple effect. It's an amazing, wonderful ripple effect. And so I encourage you to cultivate self awareness. But most importantly, because we talked about that, I want you to trust your intuition. Conversation that my husband and I always have is he'll ask me my opinion on things. But once I give my opinion, I say, don't take what I say. What does your gut say? What is your gut telling you above all things? Go with your gut. And it took me a long time to learn this, but every time he doesn't go with his gut, he regrets it later. There are things in our intuition that is telling us what is the right way to go. And what happens is we either let ourselves and our motivations or our selfishness gear us away from what our gut, what our intuition is telling us, or we let others and their expectations and their thoughts and the things that drive them drive us away from what our gut and our intuition is telling us. So ask yourself the next time you get that feeling deep down in your gut, is it me? Is it them? Or is it my intuition? Do I feel it so strongly that I need to move with it? I would encourage you to unleash your creativity and passions in your everyday life. I will actually say I preach this. And I'm just saying it that way is because there is not a moment or a person in our life that we cannot share our passions with each and every day. I am sharing this with you right now, my passion. But every conversation we have, every place we're at, in the grocery store, that conversation we have with the lady standing behind us, that conversation at work with our boss, with our coworkers, with our subordinates, that conversation with your children, with your parents, with your spouse. Every conversation can be meaningful, not because you've said some profound thing, because it makes a difference in the life of those. Just your being present is important. And so share your creativity and your passion every day. And simple things like incorporating artistic hobbies that you have. I'm not saying you've always wanted to be a chef, and so now you're ready to go off to chef school, culinary school. But what you can do is once a week come up with this recipe that you want to try with the family and create it. And so in that moment, you are being the creative, passionate self. But not only that, you're sharing your gift with your family. There are so many ways we can do this in every aspect of your life. And if you need ideas, hit me up. Oh, I have many. All it takes is a conversation that I'm excited to have. And so, by challenging our unconventional notions of success and embracing a more personalized, creative approach, we can find the balance that we seek and fulfillment in our lives, even while navigating the unique challenges of being a part of that sandwich generation. Yes, we're caught in the middle. You're caught in the middle. But the middle can be a good thing because you're able to touch each side and make a difference. And so with the self-awareness and intuition and a focus on nurturing your creativity and passion, it's possible to redefine what success looks like for you. Success doesn't have to be money or prestige, but how you make a difference in the lives of those around you, the legacy you leave, and the purpose that you live out. Passion is an emotion, but purpose is a vision and a reality. And so I want to talk about how can we create a plan for success. I want you to dare to embrace change and promote and transformation. I know fear can hold us back, but welcome the change because that's such a critical part of redefining your success. As I stated up above, venture into new hobbies, try things differently, invite your family to be a part of it, build those strategies that you need for building confidence, and adapt to that face of change. Focus on embracing your authentic self, who you truly are. And if you don't know who that is, go back to that introspection, go back to self discovery and do those exercises that I talked to you about. But I want you to celebrate your uniqueness. And how do you celebrate it if you don't know what it is? Celebrate your weirdness. Celebrate your joy. Celebrate your enthusiasm. Even if nobody else celebrates it, it's okay. Celebrate who God created you to be because there is no other like you. Recognize and appreciate your individual strengths, your talents, your passions, your experiences, because every bit of that shapes who you are. And I'm telling you, I love who you are because you're willing to be that extraordinary, unstoppable woman that you are. And so you need to craft, create, strategize. You're bold. Did you hear me? Your bold action plan. You need to design a tailor-made action plan for balancing, dancing, your purpose and passion and responsibilities. And if you need help with that, I'm here to help you. But I want you to set daring, achievable goals that excite and motivate you. Doing simple things like planning a simple solo weekend away so that you can take that time for self-reflection and introspection. I know I'm saying it wrong. I can't get it out, but it's okay. You know what I mean, right? So, but let that weekend ignite your creativity. It's a getaway with yourself. Discover unconventional resources and growth opportunities for yourself. Do things like explore an immersion experience. And what's that? That's something where you totally get away. It's a retreat. Things like retreats or workshops where you break yourself out of the norm of things that you normally do and you break away and totally immerse yourself in the situation and the things that are going on with you. In fact, I am so excited because my vision is to create one of those immersion experiences just for you. But it will take planning because I want it to be so exceptional for you. And so as it comes to mind, I will tell you more about it. But I want to share one of my immersion experiences. I try at least every other year to go away on a cruise. Why? Because it breaks me away from my norm. It takes me away from my phone, from social media. All that is pushed aside. And I totally immerse myself in the enjoyment of the cruise, doing things that I normally don't get to do because of life. Those are the things I'm talking about. And so I want you to establish also a flexible timeline for progress. Sometimes we get so locked into how we have to do things, or we have designed that we're going to do this next week, and next week comes and you can't fit the time in to do it because life happens. That's okay. If you can't do it this week, Put it into next week. It doesn't mean that you don't do it. You just shift the timeline. Allow yourself to be flexible. Set adaptive datelines. Know you're drop dead, but set a dateline before you. When it's something that has a definite deadline, try to plan for those unexpected times. It's kind of like when you set a time when you have somewhere that you have to be because it starts at a particular time and you say, I'm going to be there 10 minutes early, but you get caught in traffic and it's okay because you've allowed that 10 minutes and you may make it just on time, but you made it on time, right? And so we have to have adaptive deadlines. And then you want to tap into your unconventional support networks. Like you want to foster connections with diverse individuals who inspire and challenge you. Join a class or a book club to meet people that you wouldn't normally meet, but that have different perspectives and life experiences than you. Or you can seek guidance from unconventional mentors or coaches. Connect with professionals or experts from fields that resonate you and with your passion. You know, where I live, I'm out here near NASA. And if I was really excited about the universe and the stars and the galaxy and those type of things, trust me, I would be there on NASA finding something that I could do because they have so many amazing programs. So find a program that excites you and be around professionals and experts so that you can learn more and take it to a new height. And then collaborate with those who share the same goals and visions that you have, but have unique, different backgrounds and ideas. Because what good is it if everybody is the same? You're all saying the same thing, and there's no ability to grow. And so, create for yourself something like a think tank where others who are on the same path that you're on. For instance, if you're an entrepreneur and there are others around you who you know are entrepreneurs, but different areas, like someone has a brick and mortar place, someone is a coach, someone is a health, counselor, just different things, and get in there and learn from each other. Create, brainstorm together, create that think tank. But by leveraging the power of unconventional support and network, you can actually accelerate your journey towards success and find inspiration that you need to stay on track. The thing is, a diverse support network, it encourages a fresh outlook. Remember, I said, not people just like you. And you can be around innovative ideas and broader sense of belonging. You're not alone. I feel like breaking out in Michael Jackson's You Are Not Alone. Sing it with me. No, I'm not going to sing it. Look, I want you to congratulate yourself. I want you to congratulate yourself for taking the first steps for redefining success by being here today, by listening to this, because it is so, how do I say, it is so life changing that you understand what success looks like for you. For taking the time to recognize and acknowledge that now is the time and the need for change and for actually seeking personal growth. And these are significant accomplishments in themselves. And so, yes, I applaud you. I don't want to do that in front of the mic, hurt your ears, but I applaud you and I celebrate you. And I encourage you to celebrate yourself. I want to encourage you to continue this reflection that we talked about today and the learning and adapting. because it will help us progress in our journey of purposeful living. You know, life experiences and circumstances, they evolve. And so should our goals and our priorities. And make making this adaptation, this adaptation, did I say it right? Essential is so important to creating an action plan that actually works for us. We must always reassess and adjust based on what's going on in our lives. And it is okay to continually redefine success. It's because you're growing. And I would encourage you to join my community of women, purposeful living. If you're ready to do that, just put in the comments community, and I'll drop you the link so that you can join our purposeful living community. Look, I am so thrilled that you were with me today. If you'd like to hop on a conversation with me, let me know, and I'll send you a calendar link so that you can get on my calendar and we can have an amazing conversation. Until next time, stay beautiful, stay unstoppable and amazing. And you are doing amazing things. Thank you for being here today with me.